Hi, my name is Mr. Chuen. Welcome to my study room. Today I'm solving objective questions 6, 8, and 40 of the 2023 WASSCE Further or Elective Maths paper written by Ghana. I choose to put these three questions together because they are answered with the same understanding, or they are based on the same concept, which is functions. We go straight to question 6, which says that given that f of x equals 3x plus 5, g of x equals 5 minus 2x, and then f of g of n equals 0, find the value of n. Like I said earlier, this question is from the topic functions, and more specifically composite functions. So we start by getting the main facts from the problem, which is the first one, f of x being equal to 3x plus 5, and then the second function, g of x being equal to 5 minus 2x. And then we start from the main question we are answering, f of g of n equals 0. So we start with f of g of n. F of g of n simply means that we first take the function f of x because f comes first. And wherever we see x in this function, we put the whole of g of x, which is this one, to replace this x here, or wherever we see x in f of x. That's the meaning of f of g. Then g of n also means that now that we replace the whole of x here with g of x, wherever we see x in g as well, we'll replace that with n. And that is what we are going to do. Let me write what I mean. So f of x is 3, and then wherever we see x, we're going to put 5 minus 2x there, then plus 5, this 5 here. Okay, I'm just doing that for you to see. Then now the g, instead of g of x, we have g of n. So that simply means that wherever we see x in g of x, to replace it with n. So let me do that quickly. So 2n. And then the question now says that this, which now we have here, equals to 0. So we are going to equate the right hand side to 0 and solve for n. That is just what we'll be doing. So that becomes 15, which is 3 times 5, minus 6n plus 5 equal to 0. This and this are like terms. So we'll get 20 to be equal to, I'm moving this to the right side, 6n. And dividing both sides by 6, I'm going to have n to be equal to 20 over 6, which I don't want to stress, so I'll be using the calculator, though I can reduce that by 2 and then change it to mixed fraction, but I want to use a calculator. And we have our calculator here. I'm just going to point the fraction sign, so I have fraction here. Then I do 20, down arrow key, then 6 equal to, reduces to 10 over 3, which I said earlier by reducing by 2. Then I just go to shift SD, and that brings it to 3 whole number 1 over 3, which when we look through the options is option A. So that is 3 whole number 1 over 3. We move to the next problem. Question A says that if f of x equals 2x squared minus x plus 3, find f of q minus 4. Simple. This is what we're going to do. We have f of x here. The basic thing we are going to do right now is that wherever we see x, we substitute that with q minus 4. So our function now becomes f of q minus 4 will be equal to 2. We have q minus 4 in place of x, all squared. Remember to put it in parentheses, minus q minus 4. Wherever we see x, we put q minus 4, then plus 3. And then we solve. So let's go ahead and simplify step by step. This will give us 2. This is a perfect square. So using binomial expansion, this is going to be q squared minus 8q and then plus 16. Then this will be, we have invisible negative 1 here, so that becomes negative q plus 4 plus 3. Then, by the way, those who are still not too sure how we got this, it is just q minus 4 multiplying q minus 4. Then q multiplies q gives us q squared. Q multiply -4 give us -4q. -4 here multiply q give us -4q. The two of which will give us -8q. Then -4 times -4, which gives us positive 16. So that's how we got that. Just for the sake of those who are not sure how we got that. Then simplifying further, this is going to give us 2q squared minus 16q plus 32 minus q plus 7. Then -16q and -q and then 32 and 7 are like them. So putting them together, we're going to have 2q squared minus 17q plus 39. And by looking through the options, that's going to be option A. Then we move to the next question, which is question 40. Question 40 reads that if 2x plus 1 is a factor of f of x equals 2x cubed minus 8x plus x squared plus k, find the value of k. We start right from here that 2x plus 1 is a factor of f of x. And if 2x plus 1 is a factor of f of x, it means that 2x plus 1 equal to 0 will be the root of f of x, or one of the roots of f of x. And this is what I mean. 2x equal to -1 dividing both sides by 2x equal to -1/2. This is a root or 0 of f of x. So when we substitute -1/2 wherever we see x, the function should be equal to 0. Or in other words, f of -1/2 equal to 0. That's what it means if 2x plus 1 is a factor. And since we don't know the value of k, we substitute -1/2 into the equation and solve for k. That's what we're going to do. So I'm now going to have 2, wherever I see x, I put -1/2 cube minus 8. Wherever I see x, I put -1/2 plus -1/2 all squared. Remember to put it in parentheses. Then plus k equals 0. Then -1/2 cube, if you put it in your calculator and you put it in parentheses and you do it well, you should get -1/8 plus, this should give us 4 plus 1/4 plus k equals 0. Then putting the whole of this into your calculator, you are going to get 4 plus k equals 0. And subtracting 4 from both sides, k will be equal to -4. And looking through the options, that is option A. And this is where we bring today's study to an end. I hope this has been of help. If yes, then why not consider subscribing to this channel for more videos like this. Till we meet again in my study room, it's a bye-bye.